So, all right, man. First financial statement. I'll give you a couple of pointers to make sure that are on here. All right. All this, just personal information. This is what we use for your application. The most important things on a personal financial statement that we like to see that have the most weight when we're evaluating you are cash and marketable securities. I'll just check them. Which would be like mutual funds, stocks, anything that you can cash in, very liquid. Your real estate, personal real estate, your personal home will go here, and then there's an investment one here. So both of these will flow on the back side. Everything else, it takes us long to get access to, but we still want to know those things. But the things that kind of pop out to me when I'm looking at this are going to be these three things.
Cash flow, any type of things that have in the market, stocks, bonds, mutual funds,
Yeah.
CDs. Then you have down here my RAs or self-RAs, any type of
Yeah, just your assets. Yeah.
Okay.
And some of this other stuff you may have, you can put it on. But what the bank looks at, what I look at when I'm just kind of saying, okay, can I do something for this person? I'm really looking at those numbers when I'm looking at this. The next piece here is your debts, and a lot of times, personally, you're going to have mortgage debt. You may have some credit cards. As you're talking about with Derek Fleming, with some of the stuff with life insurance, some of the stuff that he sells, actually you can actually borrow against through life insurance, but that's cash based. So
Right.
yeah, so that's when we were talking about that. That's his. So make sure you kind of know that. Take your time and fill it out. The next page is where we'll get into the details of some of this stuff. Like put your salary here of what you're earning for this year. That's why I asked for
current job,
your current job and what you're paying yourself through some of the work that you're doing.
business that I own.
Yeah. The Schedule A is the cash in the banks, and so you'll have the different banks that you bank at. Just list them all out, which also gives me an opportunity to bring it over. So if you're, if you're at Wilson Bank or if you're at Renaissance, like we'll say, well, what are they paying you on that? And that gives us an opportunity to bring you over, and it makes you look better on the loan application.
Absolutely.
So it's funny because some clients will put just a minimum amount, like they're trying to hide something. I'm just like, well, I don't do that.
Yeah. I've been good to that.
Yeah. This is where you put your mutual funds, and so the order of this is liquid to illiquid. That's the order.
Okay.
That's kind of what you have going, the order of this stuff. So the most liquid to the most illiquid stuff. And so the next thing would be stocks and bonds and mutual funds. Your real estate, your life insurance here, your personal residence, all that information goes here, and then your real estate. And so we're, as detailed as possible, because that really paints a picture of how you built your personal wealth.
Gotcha.
And then you'll finish this out with a signature at the end. All right?
Okay. This is just additions.
Yeah. This is just additional. So this is just a notes payable would be like a loan to somebody. That's a loan to somebody. That's an asset. So personal loan to a friend, you can actually put that on there because that is due. But it's we don't really count that because it's hard to go and get that stuff. So
Absolutely.
and so you'll make sure you sign and date it. That's really important. Your original signature. So, all right. Tell me how you kind of got started and where you are currently in your business flow of things.
All right. Outstanding. First of all, we started a parent company, Panther Construction. They've been in business 25 years here in the metropolitan Nashville area. They were commercial contractors focusing on EFA, stucco, vapor proofing, water bearing, those type of commercial projects. Holding a general contractor's license, I brought my business over with B&D Development to do more construction management on the residential side. So we've been bringing projects from the ground up, from new construction. We've been real successful in the last 18 months doing that, netting roughly a little bit under $500,000 in projects in the last 12 months. So I came to see the wonderful Jeff Magruder to see what we could do as far as grow our business to the next level, as far as getting some financial capital to become a little bit more strong in the operations side of our business. Currently, I also own a transportation company, a logistics company, basically based in the Southeast. We're doing a lot of auto hauling, a lot of hot shot loading, things of that nature on the dually, the 6-wheel type of transportation, less than truckload or small transportation hauling processes. From the third-party management, from the information management, from communication management, that's pretty much what we do.
Two more things. Speak to just the person that wants to get involved in logistics and transportation, like if you wanted them to come work for you or if they wanted to get into it, what's the best way to do it? And also on the construction side, what you're seeing in needs for you with people you need to maybe work for you or also that could potentially get into the industry. Like just talk on those two sides as briefly as you can on what you're seeing on your day-to-day.
Okay, well, based on my day-to-day, what I see as far as in the transportation industry is that it's one of those volatile businesses that you need the equipment and the personnel. So if you have good people, then you have a good business. So meaning, if you the people is the hardest process in the transportation. Having good drivers, having a good dispatcher, having a good accountant, having good bankers to keep your business afloat, because you're going to need a loan in the cold months, and you're going to need good drivers when you have extreme transportation needs, when you have a lot of freight. So if you were interested in getting into the business, I would say start small and work yourself up. A lot of times you can take off bigger bites than you can actually chew, and then in the transportation industry, equipment will put you out of business once you start having breakdowns. Having a bad driver, 1 or 2 bad drivers will put you out of business. Somebody comes up missing with a load. Mm-hmm. So your human resource is important, and then your back office is important. That's in the logistics. Construction, the beauty of construction is that in this market, in majority of the metropolitan areas from South Carolina, North Carolina, Nashville, Richmond, Virginia, some parts of Atlanta, when I say Atlanta, because Atlanta's always been kind of hot, these markets are now hotbeds for residential because people are moving to the south. So if you are embedded in those hotbed markets, you just have to have good subs. Again, human resource. The subs are your business. So if you're subbing out concrete, if you're subbing out EIFS and stucco, if you're subbing out framing, and they drag their feet or somehow it's a problem, you got to have good human resource.
All right. How do people get in contact with you for your services if they want to build a house or if they want to ship a car, if they're interested in buying a car? I know you do that as well. What is the best way for them to contact you? You want to share with that? So
we have a couple. I'm going to follow up with a couple emails and also a website. You can go to pantherconstruction.com. You hear it locally, Panther in Nashville, Tennessee. We're 8A certified. Number 7 minority contractor in the state of Tennessee. B&D Development is also we're actually, that's our parent company. So if you need to get in contact with us, you got BDDEVELOP. That's BD Develop 2001 at Gmail. You can always email me directly. Also with Braden Logistics, you can reach me at bradenlogistics@gmail.com.
These videos are going to be coming fast as I'm working with a lot of more people in the market like Omar who are just growing our economy, and I think it's important for us to get the word out for them as well as what the bank is doing and what they're doing for our city. So thank you for your time, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you ready to order?